Hello, fellow prog fans, to another episode of Jacob's House of Rock. My name is Jacob, naturally, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction video, because that seems to be what all the kids are into these days, am I right? On the latest single from the new album from IQ. So they're a British progressive rock band. I'm quite a big fan of theirs. I absolutely love the Subterranea album. I think The Road of Bones was totally lit from about 5 years ago now, their last album. So I'm really eager to see what they're doing in 2019. So this song is called A Missile, and it's from their Resistance record. So fair warning before we get into this video, I am going to be pausing it throughout the video for one or two reasons. Number one, I'm worried about copyright issues and people taking down the video if I have too much of the audio playing at once. And the other thing is I want to be able to talk through the track to lay down my thoughts about the track. I will have the link to it in the descriptione below, so you can listen to the damn thing in full if you don't want me talking over it. And obviously you can just Google the damn thing yourself and find it, or, you know, get the CD or whatnot. But yeah, let's get right into it. So I've never heard this song before, but like I said, big QI fan, ready and eager to find out what this song has to offer. So obviously this isn't the intro to the song, just some random branding at the start, because why not? Okay. Some good old-fashioned chugging. So we're coming in with some good old-fashioned, pretty heavy, headbanging kind of guitar stuff. One of the elements that I really loved on The Road of Bones is how they were taking their sound into more of that progressive metal area, which I'm a big fan of. I'm a bit of a Dream Theater guy, and it's all good stuff, so I really love that. And we just have those classic sort of IQ synthy kind of keyboards going on, because IQ, when I think of IQ, I think of a very sort of almost Yes-like sound. They're very similar to that, but they have a bit more of that sort of 80s flair mixed in there, because I think that's when the band was sort of at their... were coming together around the 80s, and sort of that sort of stuck. But yeah, I'm liking this so far, so let's keep going. I like those sort of Hammond organ type vibes and the vocals. Oh yeah. I really like the keys on this thing, because for one thing, I absolutely adore when you got like a Hammond organ type sound playing over some really heavy guitar stuff. Like that, you know, that goes way back to stuff like Deep Purple, Vanilla Fudge, and what's it called, Uriah Heep. Those sort of bands really pioneered that sound, but I just love that sound. So we got some of that going. The singer, he's got just this very distinctive voice, which I, just as an IQ fan, absolutely love. So he's doing pretty good on this one. But I'm curious to see where it'll go further in the song. And the guitars, yeah, just keeping a good rhythm. And then we come in with that sort of the keyboard that kind of sounds like a choir. It's almost like a choir sample, but it's, you know, a keyboard preset or whatever. And that they use that quite heavily on The Road of Bones, and it's just, they've really developed a nice distinctive sound on the last couple of records that I'm really enjoying. So let's keep going. Drums are pretty good too. It's a really weird sound we got going on, just like a kind of. Drum is really going off as well. You can hear change coming. Ah, yeah. I like that. Yeah, I love it. I love it when they start changing it up, because that's one of the things, just in general, about progressive music, is just those smooth and really sometimes quite drastic changes that you get. Because compared to other genres, I could just listen to various prog over and over again because of that. It just keeps you on, you know, engaged, and it always gives you something new just when you're, you know, really needing it. So I'm curious to see where this keeps going. This is actually a fairly average length song for, you know, progressive music. They do tend to have longer songs quite often because of all these changes. So I'm really curious where this will keep going. At the moment, everyone's doing really great. Like, the drums are really going off, and the guitars were, you know, nice and chugging away. Some really cool stuff. At the moment, the keyboards seem to be dominating quite a bit with the more melodic kind of stuff. So I'm curious to see if we get some nice guitar solos, or fingers crossed a bass solo, because I'm a bit of a sucker for a good bass solo. So let's keep going. But I do like this this nice, more atmospheric change. Yeah, right back in there. Bass sounds nice. It's got a nice, very spacey kind of sound, which actually fits really nicely with this album cover here, which I was about to talk about as well. So what have we got there? We got looks like some sort of supernova happening, and some guy on some planet is just, what's he doing? Raking the ground or something. Resistance. Very interesting. I wonder if what the concept behind this album will be. I actually haven't been paying too much attention to the lyrics of this song. I'm not really one of those people who go too deep into the lyrics, especially on the first listen of a song. But yeah, I'm curious what it's getting to as well. The song's called A Missile. I haven't heard them actually use that phrase in the song yet, so I'm curious if that'll actually come up in the song. Not necessarily that the title of the song has to be a phrase in the song, but often is the case. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's changing up again. IQ can do some really good atmospheric stuff when they want to. Oh, I like some of that percussion in there. Like the Eye of Sauron. Oh, some like Middle Eastern kind of notes playing under there.
Cutting a chainsaw swathe through all defense. pieces still in place. Because it's crazy.
I love that little pause just before they came in with that heaviness.
Nothing existed. It all escapes me. I'm not even making a promise.
Oh, I love this sort of timbre of the various sort of synthy sounds overlaying each other here. It's very interesting. And IQ has this, especially in some of their more recent stuff, but kind of always, they have this very characteristic style, and it's always kind of like got this really epic feel, which is just so them in this song. I feel like this is one of those songs that I'm gonna have to definitely listen to a few times to really get the full effect. Especially since I'm just kind of pausing it here and going through it again, because that's, again, it's not the best way to listen to a song, but I wanted to give you guys a genuine reaction, so I didn't want to listen through it once through properly and then, you know, not give you my sort of actual instant reaction, so I'm curious what this one will be like after a couple of listens. But we're nearing the last little quarter of the song here, so let's get to it. Yeah, I like that change.
There's no faith can be sustained. No original sin.
This little progression is really nice. I'm glad they're repeating it, actually.
Whatever lay beneath your skin was all that pulled me in.
Oh,
When I find I've carved
yeah, I like that.
another profile, I will leave that sunrise without a missile.
Oh, so last word was missile. Okay, so, man, what do I think of the song? This is gonna be, like I said, one of those ones that I'm gonna have to listen to a few times to get the effect, but from what I'm hearing, it is similar to The Road of Bones. My initial reaction is it's not up there with the best of the songs from The Road of Bones. For example, the title song, Road of Bones, I absolutely love. That's one of my favorite songs by them, as well as the opening track to The Road of Bones. So they're not quite giving me as much oomph as those songs, but again, I need to listen through this a couple more times. But I am really liking it. There are some really good musical moments here. I love the way it goes from heavy to that calm sort of effect with those bits of percussion in the background, and the synth work is really nice on this thing. There's some great timbres in terms of the sounds that they're getting out of those various synth instruments, and some really cool like bells and distant sort of echoey things. The vocalist has his very typical sort of vocal style, the same sort of style we had on the previous albums. The guitars and the bass seems nice and smooth and really in the pocket on this one, but I would really like to hear it a little bit more opened up so I can hear a little bit more of it in the mix. But I am curious to hear the guitarist do a little bit more on some of these other tracks, hopefully, because this one was very keyboard synth dominated, which for a prog song like this is absolutely fine, and it does sound really cool. So yeah, I am really curious to hear this album. I've been super excited for this album in general, because when I first heard The Road of Bones, the previous album, it took over my listening completely for like a solid month. Whenever I go for a walk or anything, I was guaranteed to be listening to that. I just had the damn thing on repeat. So I'm really curious. I think this album definitely has the potential to suck me in as well, hopefully. Yeah, that is my little reaction to A Missile by IQ off their 2019 record, Resistance. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and or subscribble if you want to. If you don't, then, you know, it's your bloody life. Do whatever. And if you have any other songs that you'd like me to do some reactions to, or something that you think that I would enjoy, do put that in the comments below. If I haven't heard it before, or if I haven't listened to it for forever and I want to talk about it, then I might do a video on it. I am intending on doing a video covering some more songs off of Opeth's recent record, because I did do a little video about Heart in Hand and what was the other title? The first two singles they released of that. I forgot the name of the other one. Dignity. That's right, Dignity. Very good music, by the way. So I did do a little video on those ones, but they were done in just a format where I was just talking about them without actually listening to them, and it wasn't an initial reaction or nothing like that. But I am planning on doing maybe even a full album sort of reaction to the rest of that record, and hopefully some other stuff in the future. So if you like these videos, do let me know, because I am trying to find some more regular content for this channel, because it is a very guitar-oriented channel where we do guitar, bass, and instrument gear sort of reviews, but I don't always exactly have the wallet to be constantly getting new gear, not to mention the space. So I want to find something for this channel that'll make it a bit more of a continuing series for you guys. So my thoughts about various tracks and music seems to be a good way to go. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and keep on rockin', people. Peace out.